back at the Flower Expo in Massachusetts. I feel good about standing on this piece of earth here in Massachusetts. I don't know why. It's a beautiful piece of
It
earth.
really is.
Isn't it?
It's my first time here in Massachusetts, and I am loving the green and the
Very
fresh
much.
air and
Fresh
the peacefulness. It's lovely.
Agreed.
And I am joined by
I'm Destinee Blanco, your co-host with.
Jennifer Miles. I am guest co-hosting today. I am from Plant Body Soul.
Hi, and I'm Charmaine Chua. I'm the VP of Consumables at PAX.
VP of Consumables at PAX. This is the first VP of Consumables that we've ever had. 200 plus episodes, 200 plus people. I don't know how many episodes of Meet Unshackled. And what is a VP of Consumables?
Yes, tell us.
Well, it's really.
I'm not even interested in PAX anymore. I want to know what the VP of Consumables.
We don't want to know about you.
We'll get into
thank
PAX
you,
in a
thank
second.
you.
We need to know what this is.
So it's really just being able to oversee sales, and in this case, it's our THC division of PAX. So when PAX was first launched, its beauty and its expertise is in these premium vaporizers, right? And it became super, super popular. But we also recently went into THC finally, like our own line of products. And we call those consumables, and enter me.
So,
So you-
go ahead.
Oh, so I was gonna. So you monitor the product.
Yes, I monitor it from the THC side of things. Like I'm not really in the device portion of it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, so PAX is everywhere. So now we understand what your title is, because I like new titles. I need a new title. Now we understand what PAX origins. Where to start? Because you guys are gigantic.
Yes.
You guys have a presence everywhere. I see PAX. It's on the brain. It's a big company. It's in cannabis across the United States. Seen it in Spannabis too.
Spain.
You guys are out there. So tell us about PAX, where it started from the beginning, where it's going.
Sure. So a while ago, a bunch of really smart engineers and guys came up with this amazing device, this vaporizer device, of course, and it just took off. And it's had several iterations and evolutions. Like it really started out as this tech company.
So it was originally just hardware.
Yes.
PAX was originally hardware. You know what year that was?
I don't recall.
Yeah. But it was a bunch of guys a long time ago.
A while ago.
And gals.
And gals, absolutely.
Absolutely. We're rewriting history. There was
Yes.
mixed things.
Yes. And so they came up with this vaporizer device, and it was like the best of its kind for the time that it was, right? So they were just it. And from there, they came up with, like any technology, it was this version, this version, this version. It just got better and cooler every single time.
1.0, 2.0, 3.0.
Exactly.
That's why I should have children. So there's a Demitri 2.0. Sorry, keep going.
And so there's obviously we have multiple devices out available.
Is this like a cartridge device, or is this for
It's entirely proprietary. So we have pod systems that, of course, fit in this, but you couldn't like take any cart and put it with our device. And we do that, of course, because we are also able to really assure the quality of the experience from start to finish, right?
Yeah.
Versus like mixing things, which sometimes has issues, and consumers that are upset. I don't want them to blame us, right, if something goes wrong. But anyway, so we had multiple iterations of devices, and we actually started to do a lot of partnerships with other brands. So we would actually do a collab with them and sell pods that they themselves, created their recipes, what have you. And it was really successful. But about over a year ago, PAX was like, no, we're going to do it ourselves. And it's been a hit. And we are now in California, Colorado, Massachusetts, and New York.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah.
So PAX is, but are you still doing hardware sales?
Yes.
But none of that can be called PAX. It's just hardware by PAX. Those aren't PAX products. PAX is now a brand of consumable products.
Consumable. So we still definitely have our devices, and you're going to see a lot of really cool things come out from us as well, like as those devices continue to evolve. But we again also have our consumables, which is again where I come in, and that's just our pod line. So we have
Your pod line.
a normal. We have our high purity line, which is our distillate line. We also have our diamonds line, and we also have our live rosin line. And super exciting news, PAX, for the first time in its history, yesterday we announced that we are now in gummies.
Oh, wow.
So we are unveiling our gummies here
I
today.
saw that.
Actually, you guys should stop by later
That's
right. And check it out. But we are really, as you can see, entering the THC space very fiercely and excitedly because we believe we have the smartest people behind the scenes.
You definitely have some of the best marketing. So now PAX is a company, so there's kind of like two divisions now. There's the hardware and then there's the THC infused. Is that correct? Because like you're here looking for dispensaries and consumers that are interested in utilizing the PAX THC consumable line.
Yeah.
But then there's also the PAX hardware that's looking to partner with other manufacturers of other concepts. Does that still exist? Is it
not necessarily? Let me
you see what I'm saying?
clarify.
I'm just
Yeah, for sure. So, the majority of our devices are still sold through dispensaries, which means it's going through my team, right?
Right.
But we still sell. Our devices are also available through like tobacco shops and I believe even online. So,
Okay.
but the majority of it again goes through my team. So, I don't want necessarily to say that it's split up in that way.
Right.
But the reason I think I was given the consumables title is because there is this new emphasis and focus truly on THC. But of course, I can't have my pods without my device. So the device comes along with it too. Yeah.
Right. And yeah, I'm sorry to pick up, but you guys are 4 states right now.
Yes.
So PAX, the brand, is looking to migrate into other states, but PAX, the hardware, is already in other states.
PAX hardware alone is in even more states
The
than
world.
the 4. Yeah. Of course, I only pay attention to the 4
Right.
that I'm in.
But now we have PAX, the THC line, that's going to be in every state, and every country eventually.
Stay tuned. Yes.
Good
The
answer.
goal.
Are you guys looking for partnerships in other states or manufacturing? Who's in charge of that? Because a lot of industry people kind of want to know what companies do, what they're about. You're a point of contact now, and somebody might reach out to you and say, "Hey, we want to talk to PAX about this or that."
Yeah.
Are you guys doing that? Or
Yeah, so we have different, obviously, partnerships in each state because, again, as we all know, every state is practically like a different country you're operating in because of different regs.
Yeah.
But we do have partners in each state, manufacturing partners and so forth, and we partner with them, and they are a critical part of our business in each of those states.
Yeah, like with TrueMed in Arizona.
They do PAX?
Yeah. Yep.
They do. They were one of the first to bring it out, and I believe it to MITA. I want to say. I remember when the engraving
The
feature
machines.
was first introduced into the market, and I actually got my PAX engraved
I love
at
it.
MITA. Yes,
I love
many
it.
years ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
but now will PAX create competition for the PAX in Arizona?
What do you mean?
Oh, like go into a dispensary under PAX.
Yeah, so there'll be a separate. I mean, because you're not in Arizona, for example,
THC is not in Arizona.
but there will be
Correct.
PAX THC in Arizona eventually.
Hopefully,
In theory, yeah.
in theory.
There.
Yes.
So that will be a competitor of what TrueMed sells, or how's that?
Yeah, that's a good point.
How does that work? I don't know. I'm just
Because it would be PAX product rather than TrueMed's product.
So it honestly, each state's partnership with us is structured also differently. So it really depends, right? And it very well could not be. It's very possible it won't even be a competitor to ours, in some situations.
Jen. Can you help me out here?
Oh, no.
I'm trying to figure out the structure here.
No, I think that was a great answer. Yeah, to be determined.
All right.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. I mean, people love PAX. Just people love the name. People love the branding.
Yeah, I think
And-
it's super smart how you guys first started with the consumers. A lot of consumers are familiar with that brand. Some people won't even purchase a cartridge or pen.
And it's interesting because there's this brand identity that's so strong. So it's like, when somebody's like, instead of hand me like a tissue, it's hand me a Kleenex. It's like PAX, like my PAX instead of like my
Right.
battery, or it's just like this own recognizable piece of accoutrement for your
Thank you.
smoking accessories. I mean, it's very
That's the
recognizable.
plan.
Yeah.
That's the
It's
plan.
really great. I'm curious a little bit more about you.
Sure.
What made you want to start in this crazy cannabis
Oh my
industry? Tell
I
us
know,
a little
right?
bit about you and your
Um,
history.
So, roughly 4 years ago, I was approached by my then company that I was with to join their team. They were looking for a head of sales, and I had been in corporate America for 15 years, and well, maybe not 15, but just about
Long enough.
long enough. And I think I was just like in search of something like challenging, like something, and this opportunity came up, and I actually almost said no. I was really happy where I was, in the sense that like it was very stable, great everything, but I was still looking for I don't know, an additional sense of
Just
fulfillment,
ready
if
for
you will.
something
Yeah,
new.
I was searching for something, right? And I was in grad school at the time, and I was talking to my professor, and he was like, "You're nuts if you don't do this." And I'm like, "Well, what if it fails? You know, like it's cannabis." And he's like, "Truly, what do you have to lose?" And I just had this like very Sheryl Sandberg lean-in moment of like, really, what do I have to lose? And I said, screw it, I'm in, and I have no regrets. And it was just like this like moment of like, let's try. Like, I think as women, especially, we have to take risks in our careers, especially when we are in windows where we can more than normal.
Yeah, and in a very male-dominated
That's right.
field. Yeah.
And so I just leapt. Is that the word? Leaped.
Yeah.
Leapt.
Leapt.
To leap.
I got it.
Both of them work.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Depends if
I
you're in
actually don't know.
Ireland or not.
So I went for it, and it's crazy, and it was so funny because when I started in cannabis, it was like a couple months right before Vapegate. I don't know if you guys remember Vapegate. So what happened was, at least in California, there was just huge issues with vape products, and it was coming from the illicit market, but
Right.
you know, it was being confused
Yeah.
for our licensed stuff, which was such a hard hit for the industry.
Yeah.
And then a few months later, COVID happened, and I'll never forget the day of, our governor had said that cannabis was not essential, right? And I was like, holy, I just gave up my pension, I gave up all of this, and now this is going to be a wrap. Thankfully, a day later, they said, "Oh, we changed our mind. It's essential." And from there, it just took off.
That's
And
amazing.
lots of learnings, and like how to scale really quickly,
Yes.
having to navigate this environment of like these stores, of these dispensaries. They were trying to figure it out too, like, how do we operate in this world? But man, oh man, like, don't get me wrong, I loved grad school, but cannabis school in real life is like no other.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's amazing.
What is your why?
I just want to do dope things when I can, or while I still can, you know, and I want to do it with really dope people. I just want to have fun while I'm doing it. And look, I think you all know cannabis isn't for everyone. Like, we're almost kind of built a bit differently. Like, we're almost like, you have to be a little crazy if you want it to be okay with this.
Yeah.
It's definitely
All
a
of us,
special
right?
breed of people. That's for
And,
sure.
like,
A little delirious sometimes.
I love us. I love our industry, and I love our community. Don't get me wrong. We have challenges and issues like everyone, but I don't know if I could ever go back to like traditional corporate America.
The
I
regular
just-
life.
Yeah, I like the
I think we feel the same, don't we?
No, I
Yeah.
I love
not
what
only
I do.
will I
love
never
who I meet.
Yeah, we get to meet amazing people like you.
right back at you.
Yeah.
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 You know, it's interesting you said our governor rather than the governor. Why did you choose that pronoun? Why did you choose that? What is that?
Did I say our?
You said our governor rather than the governor.
Oh, interesting. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm curious. No, but it
I
doesn't-
swear it means nothing. I don't even think it was like Freudian.
Oh
It
no,
was
guys,
just
they got
spelled.
her.
yeah, she's one of them.
She's one of them. Be
Right.
careful.
I like to refer to all government figures as they, them, necessary evil.
Big
You
brother
You
over
said
there.
are like,
It's true. It's true.
I'm not part of that family.
Yeah.
Where are you based out of?
I'm based out of LA. So the California cannabis market, of course, is very, very interesting.
It is.
And again, had a chance to just see it explode in the last 4 years. It's just, I mean, I'm sure you guys know how crazy it is over there.
Yeah.
Kelly.
What do you see? Like, what do you see happening in the California cannabis industry, like within the next like 1 to 5 years? What do you see? What are you thinking the trend is going to be? The growth?
Well, first, I think let's point out the very obvious, which is all of the price compression right now.
Yeah.
That worries me. I think that worries everyone, but I think it's also going to fall on the brands to really make sure that their value proposition's on point and that they're really good at differentiating. You can charge a little bit more and go against the grain, but you better have a good reason for it. The consumer's going to say, nope, we don't want it, right?
Right.
I think another component that I'm very much watching is I think there's going to be a lot of mergers. So a lot of consolidation in the industry, which means some groups will obviously become bigger. And that obviously is of concern to me or just anyone because that affects how the revenue is going to behave.
Yeah.
Price comparisons. PAX. You're in 4 different markets. Give us an idea of where the prices are right now for PAX. What are the consumers seeing in the dispensaries, the wholesale? Can you give us like a broad overview of how that works? Because obviously you said it's important.
Yeah. So let me start with California.
Right.
So in California, for example, there's like this mad rush to the $20 eighth.
Okay, it's June 2023, by the way. But go ahead, sorry.
So
Somebody might watch this a year from now, so.
Right.
Yeah.
It's this mad rush to the $20 eighth.
$20 eighth.
And so you have a lot of value brands popping up, right?
Yeah.
Because there are people that just want the cheapest weed you have. In fact, I did a brief field trip to Oklahoma. That's another interesting market. Not that PAX is in there.
Yeah.
But I was talking to the bud tenders and people literally come in because they don't have a lot of money. They go in every day to make their purchase. So there's no you're not going to buy a multi-pack pre-roll. You're going to go in and buy it every single time kind of thing. California, obviously, thankfully, is not like that. But you have this emergence of the $20 eighth. And the leading distillate brand out there, their half-gram pods retail for $20, right?
Half gram, 20.
But
That's
a lot of the big players are slowly going to 19 and 18.
Right.
And,
Where's PAX at?
PAX there is actually $30 for a 1 gram.
$30 for 1 gram?
That's good.
Retail.
Yeah.
And that's just our distillate line. So that's obviously California in terms of just this rush. And I would say the leading brand is a premium. PAX is obviously also very premium.
Yeah.
But now what you have is this emergence of these much cheaper carts, just period.
Right.
In general, which that's why I think, again, going back to my earlier comment about the brands really have to take it up a notch, is that loyalty is everything.
It is.
And you just hope they stay in your ecosystem. You have to give them reasons. You have to give them reasons every day to choose.
Well, and I think PAX does that really well because it's an experience.
Yes. That we want to own pretty much from start to finish.
Right. I mean, that's for a very specific consumer who wants an experience, who wants a lifestyle, who, and I mean, there are definitely folks that come in and just want, the cheapest weed they could possibly get, the cheapest cart they could possibly get, and that's all that matters. That's a price-driven consumer, but there are those of us that enjoy the experience of a brand more so.
Being a consumer myself, and I'm sure you in marketing, it's really about the branding and the marketing. Us feeling, if you're marketing, how you guys market to consumers, we want to feel a part of something.
Yes.
We want to feel like we're supporting your mission or making the brand what it really is.
Yeah. What is the PAX mission? Would you mind sharing
Well,
that?
I just really want to get those prices out there. Colorado, 1 gram cart of 1 gram of 1 gram in Colorado is.
I'd have to pull my spreadsheet for that. I don't know the Colorado one off the top of my head, but the Massachusetts one, that obviously I know. So our distillate line here, our 1 gram right now,
is retailing for approximately
55.
55.
Yeah.
And then New York.
New York, I'd have to look at that one too. New York is very new to us. I think there's like only 11 stores that are open right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's probably like $80.
It's probably about
insane.
like 70
Actually, if
because
I had-
that's top shelf stuff. Like in Arizona, 55 for a gram premium. That's consumer rate right there. I'd buy that.
That's comparable to what PAX in Arizona.
Yeah, I believe.
55.
Sorry to bring up TrueMed, but TrueMed was working with PAX, and that was
Yep.
around that rate, 55 for a gram.
How long ago was that?
Yeah, this was about probably a year ago today.
Okay, sorry about that. I just wanted to
That's
get
okay.
this price because this absolutely. I mean, this is a very fascinating thing because companies have to plan for this. Because even at like the concept of having $1,200, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 wholesale pounds of flour is just insane when it comes to agricultural products, and it will drop to $50 to $100 in 5-10 years. And federal legalization, we'll see it come down to $50 to $100 when you have 10,000 acre farms growing in Arizona with unlimited cultivation, for example, or other states that have unlimited cultivation. So the price will continually go down.
That's right.
So all these businesses have to plan for this and how that's going to impact the consumer. Ultimately, it's about the consumer and the patient. They want lower prices, high quality products. So companies have to plan for this gradual. You have to plan for a gradual decline. And if you don't like that, then it is what it is. But as you said, then it becomes all about the brand and people wanting to pay more because it's a premium brand. So
That's right. And I just checked. So my 1 gram distillate in New York is $98.
$98.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's that top
Welcome
shelf.
to New York.
No, this is just our distillate line.
Wow.
$98. So if I buy 1,000 carts in California and take those 1,000 carts to New York and sell them on the street, I could make $60,000.
And now we talk now.
Now we're
entering
talking
now the black-
legality.
Yeah.
Legality issues
And,
there.
and obviously the challenges with the
Yeah,
illicit
but
market.
where there's no criminal sanctions, you're just looking at civil fines. So you put $10,000
In a perfect world here.
in you get an attorney on retainer, and then it's not it's unshackled. It's the truth. I'm not trying. I'm just a person speaking, but you can do this and do what you want. No, it's interesting. $98. Thank you very much. So that's think about the difference there. $98 New York, the same product that's being sold in California, $30 California. And I don't do this price comparison and shopping enough. You guys have the data. Other companies have the data as well. It's very fascinating. Sorry, go back. You had a good question.
That's okay. Yeah, I was hoping you might share the mission, PAX's mission, with our listeners.
So I don't want to butcher it, but let me actually read it to you.
Oh, great. That's perfect. I always have notes too, so that's okay.
So
What's your mission?
so PAX means peace, and that's what we
Yeah.
lead with, if you can tell on my shirt. And we're just all about the flower and bringing the best out of the flower. And we're really committed to community outreach and supporting causes that obviously align with our values. And I want to say that I really think we do it much more than I think a lot of brands, because we put our money where our mouth is.
That's
type
great.
of thing.
Yeah.
And that's why we are always looking to partner with groups that align with our values, as well as trade partners as well.
Awesome. Do you have, social impact is such an important part of the cannabis industry. I believe it is our mission to give back, especially to the communities that we're serving. So do you have any, social impact mission projects going on currently that you want to share? Groups that you're working with?
So that part I would prefer to defer to our community affairs person.
We
but
want to interview the whole PAX family.
I'm down
Get
for that.
everybody here.
I am down for that.
No, we should do. Sorry. Sure, you're going to defer that question?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Because I have another one. If you're going to defer, you said defer.
Well, I mean, like for example, we are actively in support of Last Prisoner Project. I think, which is a cause near and dear to all of us.
Mary's thing.
We recently, obviously it is Pride Month, so we have aligned with some groups locally as well to support them.
Cool.
And we just, I think a lot of the social causes that are important for legalization and like righting the wrongs from the past is obviously what PAX is all about.
That's great.
Is
Great to hear.
is PAX from Pax Romana? Is that PAX? Is that Pax Romana is the period of peace during the Roman Empire? The Caesars, Czars, Julius Caesar.
I don't know. I mean, I should
200
ask.
years
I don't think so.
Pos Romana. I just think you could like expand that to like pos cannabis something. I think. Well, I don't know.
I'll Google it, and if there's I'll say you came up with
like
it.
you know, a lot of people, you know, pos Americana, the 1776 to now these 200 years of American peace and tranquility and glory times. They're often compared to the Roman period of pos Romana. Pax Romana, pos Romana. Anyway, but that doesn't matter. I'm just crazy like that.
Peace be with you. That's all.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great way to end.
But it's true
too,
though, right?
Actually, peace be with you. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
But we-
PAX be with you.
And
Pax be with you.
Where are you going next? Because you travel a lot, you move around. What's next for you, and then what's next for Pax?
I am
PAX.
headed to New York next week. There is this actually like a version of this. It's called the Buyers Club, thrown by this amazing friend of mine. Her name is Lulu, and she is her company is called On the Rebel, and they gather brands as well to connect them with buyers, which I think is super critical right now in New York as it's starting to kick off.
Yeah.
So I will be there for that
Great.
next week, and who knows where they'll send me the
It's
week
like a
after.
Mita thing.
Yeah.
Um,
You guys should check it out.
Yeah.
I'll give you the information after. Lou will be so happy.
Perfect.
yeah, we should make
Yeah.
sure we support you guys and your projects and stuff. You're going to be at MG BizCon too?
I will. I hope to see you guys there.
Maybe Benzinga, MGM PAX, some of these other big ones?
We will see about the others. More than likely, I will be thrown somewhere else, and if I had to, I guess, narrow down, I would love to be at all of them. But MJ Biz, I'm definitely booked for. It's just the others that are still up in the air.
Are you guys going to do the you guys have these big displays always, giant.
We were just talking about that. How
That's-
much
I was-
aesthetically it's so pleasing, but also in brand activation, which is something we do. It has to be easy to like set up, break down, and travel. And that is not necessarily the easiest.
Correct.
You were sharing.
Not the easiest.
Expensive,
No, logistical nightmare.
Correct.
So, yeah, it's really important to understand, like, when you're creating those things. You know?
Yeah,
So,
and don't get me wrong, I have like the best team ever. But like yesterday, it rained, right? Like
Right.
that big torrential downpour, and having to scramble. I just don't want to add additional challenges to them if I don't need to, right? So easier is always better.
yeah, I
You see
agree.
our producers flirting with the ladies as they pass by. God, that's so laughing. I'm
Looking
catching
at?
that. He's like, it's funny. So what the MG BizCon? Are you guys doing like a 20 by 20, a 20 by 40? What
I
should we
don't-
look for there?
I don't think, I go there because my buyers are there, right?
Right.
And it's a great way to meet them and to step outside of the office, right? I don't think we're going to do a booth. In fact, I shouldn't say. I don't think we're going to do a booth.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I mean, yeah, it's a good conference.
It's an excellent conference. One that I very much like to attend because I want to see what all of like the new things that are coming up, right? That at least pertain to me. So I'm not so much interested in like the equipment. I'm interested in like new marketing, ways of going about it, fixtures, things, all of that. That's what I care about.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to seeing you there. We'll hang out.
I hope so.
We'll
It
visit
was
you guys.
really nice to connect with you,
Yeah,
Charmaine.
thanks for having me.
Yes, you're lovely.
How can people contact you?
Charmaine at PAX.com.
There you go. Are you on
Sweet.
LinkedIn?
I am Charmaine Chua.
Perfect.
And can you put an order for 1,000 packs from California?
I got you.
If I can get them wholesale, I'm going to do even better. I could get them wholesale. I just figured, yeah,
Oh
that's
gosh,
right.
Demitri, peace be with you. Pax be with you.
Nice meeting you.
Fox be with you. Thank you so much again. And that was another episode of Mita Unshackled.